Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And for the Knicks, it's Rand. Dylan Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Kemba Walker is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Barrett at the 3. For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there, and that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick-and-roll action. But it'll be different tonight.
Fournier pulls it down. Launches a 3. Giannis grabs the miss. Knocked away. On the wing, Holiday. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Trying to get open is DiVincenzo. Misses from close range. And Walker's got the ball here for the Knicks.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Holiday dishes to Giannis.
That's why you got to push Giannis Antetokounmpo out of the paint. I mean, he's too long, too skilled, and very confident from this area. You got to get him out of there.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Fade away. Robinson with the block. Here's Walker. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And giving up some inches.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
58 seconds left in the first. Giannis against Noel. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Sometimes it's a real trick bag trying to guard Antetokounmpo. I mean, his skill set in build and length and athleticism draws a ton of fouls.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws here for the night. And the first one at the line is good.
You know, really, when you look at Antetokounmpo, he's got it all. I mean, he can score it, rebound it, he passes it pretty well, defends with intensity, and he's really versatile and going to continue to get better because of his work ethic.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And there's the pass to Noel. Knocked loose. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Rose. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Allen's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Noel passes to Rose. New York, no good that time either. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 1. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Quickly.
You know, one of the things that makes Holiday such a terrific defender is his long arms. I mean, he excels at using them no matter who he's defending.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Bucks on top. They're up by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what was a trying first year.
I hate losing, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop and the opposing team scoring.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Noel. Alec Burks is out there with Toppin. Then there's Derrick Rose.
In last season, just some phenomenal shooting numbers for George Hill. Clark, you know him well from your days in Indiana.
Certainly do, and have great admiration and respect for George. He's a business-like pro. He's the epitome of what it is to be a pro. Consistent work ethic, understands himself, always looking to improve, knows his role, and has always had a calming and stabilizing influence for every team that he's played on.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Both free throws good from Hill. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Here's Fournier. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
The defense looking helpless here. Fournier is solid at scoring despite getting hit. Really strong playing through contact.
Here's Portis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Taj Gibson picks one up. The Bucks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. And the first one drops. And the Bucks with some changes. Hood's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Hill.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Walker dishes to Barrett. Outside Gibson for the three. Doesn't go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it. And Holiday, here we go. Connaughton kicks to Hood. Holiday surveying the floor. Here's the teardrop. Offensive rebound. Portis. The kick out to Holiday. Here's Portis. And finally they hit one. Portis has got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
New York shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, the pure combination of speed and confidence makes Walker a great talent. He feels like he can go toe-to-toe against anybody and never backs up.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for Rodney Hood. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Grayson Allen. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Walker against Giannis. The kick out to Lopez. Poked away. And easy 2 points on the layup. Giannis has got 7.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, you know, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. Just in terms of the second quarter, they were the better team, but there wasn't a big difference between them. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, you've got to love the...
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at center.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Knicks trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs. That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Pass to Robinson. Kicks it to Walker. Takes the three. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. And the officials call a traveling violation. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Nerlens Noel checks in for Robinson. Toppin comes in for Randall. And it's Rose in for Kemba Walker. And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. Rose dishes to Fournier.
And it was a strong year for Evan Fournier. Career highs for him in several categories.
Greg, I like his game. I mean, he's got really nice size. He's highly skilled, plays at a comfortable pace. There's a lot to like about what's in his package. And, you know, he's one of those guys that seems like he's been around forever, and yet he's just now entering the prime of his career. That's scary for opponents.
And the Knicks making a change here. Burks is checked in. Here's Fournier. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Lopez finds DiVincenzo. Shots good by Middleton.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Here's Giannis. And Giannis out of the Kumbo throws it down hard.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Fournier against DiVincenzo. Here's Noel. Got it. Good job in the low post.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the 2nd half. Here's Giannis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Jason Allen's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Hill in for Drew Holiday.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the 2nd.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Robinson's checked in for New York. Rodney Hood's checked in for the Bucks. And Hill has it in the corner. Back to Allen. Outside Hill. With 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Bucks ahead, leading by a point. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 1-point game. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Then it's Robinson, and there's Kemba Walker. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Outside Robinson. And a wide open look for Walker. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Teague the pass to Hill. Here's Portis. Outside Teague. Misses the three. Knicks trailed by 3. To the inside. Randall. And Randall throws it down.
You know, that's exactly what you want from your point guard. Get the ball to the open guy on time and on target.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And New York making a change here. Fournier is checked in. And the Bucks with some changes. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. We really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Taken away by Holiday. DiVincenzo with it. Defended now by Fournier. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
And Giannis is a beast, a Greek freak, a dominant player on the offensive end.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Holiday. He gets it in there. And it's an 8-point Bucks lead. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Yep, it counts. Barrett's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Bounce pass, Holiday. Giannis inside. He's defended by Randall. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
.102 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Offensive rebound. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Fournier. Here's Randall. Tries again. Count the basket.
Man, I got to give major props to the confidence of Fournier. This guy never backs down. Wants the big shot.
And they go to the intentional foul. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. There's 31 seconds left in the game. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Gets the first, that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 7. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Good. 27 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Randall. Rebounded by the Bucks. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Middleton against Randall. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pass to Barrett. Latrey. No good. And so the Bucks take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Giannis, a hard-fought win for you tonight. What gave you all the advantage?
I think we just sticking in our game plan. We moved the ball. As I said, we moved the ball offensively. We played hard defensively. That's why we were able to keep our composure and win the game.
You guys look calm and cool down the stretch, man.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.